Again, if you're just joining us here, it is apparent, it's not apparent, it's abundantly clear that the Republican establishment, all these reports we've had prior to today about them being in panic, have not even gotten close to reality. The panic is real today. They are acting as though their own very future is at stake today. And they have decided that the future of the Republican Party, as you know it and love it, hangs on what happens in Ohio. Meaning John Kasich, in their view, had better win this thing. Now, keep in mind, Kasich doesn't have a prayer of becoming the nominee. He doesn't have a prayer. If John Kasich thinks he's going to become the nominee in a contested convention, he's got another thing coming. If it gets to that point, can I tell you who I think they're going to make president or make the nominee? If all this happens as they want it to, remember now, we've got a guy on the Republican committee, the Convention Committee, Rules Committee, writing today in the Daily Caller that first ballot delegates are not bound to vote for the candidate that won their state's primaries. Everybody's thinking that that's the rule. And on the first ballot, that's why primaries matter. That's why this number of 1,237 delegates matters. Whoever gets there is automatically the nominee. This guy writes a piece today saying, no. That's not the case. Delegates can vote whoever they want on any ballot. Oh, really? Yeah, he says, yeah, but 76 is the only time that this was actually put into 76. Yeah, that's when they denied Reagan. So I'm just telling you, if they succeed in this, if they succeed in denying Trump or Cruz 1,237 delegates by the end of the primary process, I'm here to tell you Jeb Bush is going to be the nominee. That's what they're going to do. That's what they've always wanted. And Jeb himself said back on December 14th of 2014, when this whole process started, Jeb said that his strategy was to lose the primaries and win the nomination. And everybody said, what? How are you going to do that? And the answer we got, money. He's going to outspend everybody. He's going to whittle the field. He's going to show the rest of the field they can't compete with him financially. He's going to split the conservative vote by having all these conservatives in the race. They're not going to have a prayer. And Jeb's going to be the coalition favorite. He's going to have all the money, and that's that. And what they meant was Jeb's going to win the nomination without having to kowtow to Republican Tea Party base voters, meaning Jeb's not going to have to talk about abortion. Jeb's not going to have to talk about immigration. Jeb's not going to have to talk about any of these things that matter. He's going to win the nomination nevertheless. And it may well yet happen. If not Jeb, they'll go Romney. But if Kasich thinks it's going to be him, and I don't doubt that he does, that's why he wants to win Ohio and stay in. And now there's talk that Rubio will stay in, even if he loses Florida. And Rubio and Kasich have both said that they are rethinking their pledge to support the nominee. It came as recently as a week ago. Isn't that why Trump has supporters in the first place? Because so many Republicans make promises and they then break them? So the fur is flying and the establishment's making one last gasp here. Well, it won't be the last. Speaking of Rubio, Rubio said that there will be a reckoning for conservatives who support Trump. What does that mean? What? I don't know what it means. I'm just what could it possibly mean? There will be a reckoning for conservatives who support Trump. No. What he's talking about here is they're taking names, and if you're conservative and you supported Trump, something's going to happen to you at some point down the road. You're going to get kicked out. You're going to be shamed or whatever, or you're going to be excommunicated from the party. Who knows what? There's going to be Well, I'm just reporting to you what's in the news here, Mr. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, there's a new poll out. And it is, what is this poll? Is it YouGov? Where it is? Yep, YouGov. Trump's now at 53% nationally. Reuters has him at 45%. But this is 53% nationally among potential Republican primary voters. For the first time, Trump is at 53%. Why does that matter? Because primaries don't go on national votes, obviously. I'll tell you why it matters. And it's because of what Carly Fiorina's out there saying. If any of the anti-Trumpsters start bashing Trump voters, which is starting to happen, by the way, National Review Online, a couple people there, really tore into Trump voters. You deserve to suffer. You deserve to be dead meat. You deserve to whatever, having its economic strife. I mean, that's the upshot. There are more details to it than that. But the point is it's starting to happen. Trump voters are now being insulted and blamed. And Carly Fiorina said, don't do that. You're gonna need these people at the end of this process. If Trump's not the nominee, you're going to need them voting for whoever the nominee is, or you don't have a prayer of beating Hillary.